Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are
KK Crochet.
And today is Talk About It Tuesday, where we talk to you about tips for crochet and also about things that are going on in the crochet community or cows or anything else that we might be participating in. So the first thing we're going to talk about today, I'm going to let Kristen talk to you about. She's going to talk to you about a tip for the Sentro.
Yeah. So everybody knows that Centros, I don't know about Addie's, but Centros are very picky about which yarn they like to use. And I've only been able to use a 3 or lower on my Sentro. And I had to buy a new one because my old one broke. The tensioner busted.
How long have you had the old one?
I've had the old one for over a year. So it was very good, and it was my fault that it broke. It was not the machine. So the new one, I decided that I was going to try and use one of those fruit rolls through it.
Premier fruit roll?
Yeah. And it's a 4-way, and I would say it's a thicker 4-way. It's not like a Red Heart. And it was, of course, not wanting to work, so I looked up how to make a 4-way go through the Sentro. And Google said that you just need to go really slow. It said try to put weights on the yarn to like weigh it down. So I went really slow. And I also noticed that where it was getting bunched up, I could just take a needle and manually take the loop off of the hook if it was getting stuck. And it went through just fine. Now it did I'd say double my time. I can normally knock a hat out 20 minutes. I would say it doubled or tripled my time, but it went through just fine.
That's still quicker than crocheting one by hand or knitting one by hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other night I think it took me about an hour and 45 minutes to crochet one, so.
So.
And we do have an update on hats at the end of this video. So if you stick around, you're going to find out what we've been doing with hats and let you know what happened this week with hats for us. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you Cassandra at Craftably Ever After, I always mess up her name, has been doing the bear in a box cowl, and I've been working on that, and I've showed you before the bear. And so this past week there were a myriad of things you could make that had to do with food and plates and like picnic type items and that kind of thing. So I made the cake because this bear is for my granddaughter and it's her birthday coming up soon. But before I made that cake, I made this cake. See a difference? Yeah, there's a problem. Somewhere along the way I was watching TV or something. I think I was watching YouTube and got distracted, so I ended up with this. But I kind of think this looks like a Krispy Kreme donut.
I would say it looks like a donut.
Or like a smash cake for a 1-year-old that
or
they
a cookie.
get.
It could be a very one of the thick cookies. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I like Krispy Kreme donuts though, so that's what I think of. So I kept it because, whatever. So this was cafe latte on the bottom, and this was actually my favorite yarn, the Mandala Happy, and that's what that was.
It makes the perfect icing color.
You can't tell, but it does. There you go. Very pretty.
There it is.
And I like the hot pink, so that's what I did for that. So if you haven't seen that, you can still go and access all the free patterns to make the bear's outfit, the bear's bedding, and the food and stuff like that, and make your own. Now the deadline to turn that in is July 31st, so that time's winding down. But honestly, I made the bear in less than a day, just a few hours, so it doesn't take that long. So if you want to go participate in that, feel free. And then we want to say congratulations to Shannon, the Spinny Stitcher, because she reached 5,000 subscribers. Yay! And I thought I saw where Kim from Yarning for a Smile had a 7-year anniversary. If I'm wrong, Kim, let me know. But we're still so glad you're here. And I know that Kim and Ella have been doing Shark Week, so you can go over and see that. And Spring has been doing Tour de Fleece, and you can go see all the stuff that she's been spinning. If you're watching something else on YouTube and you want to comment below and let us know what somebody's doing, please do so. I don't get around to the YouTube streets as much as I'd like to anymore, but, life. But I really enjoy getting there when I can. And let's see, what else are we, hats. Let's see hats. Let's see our hats. Where are they at?
They're over there.
Oh, they're over here. So, Kristen got a new Sentro, and like we said, and I was kind of feeling like I needed to step up my game. You know, we have goals this year for how many hats that we're going to make in the year between us. And my goal is 125, and Kristen set her goal at 100. That's together. We couldn't agree, so she made one and I made one. And that's fine. And so this week seemed like the week that we both decided it was time to really push it. So I'm going to let Kristen go first.
Okay. All of mine are all wonky and messed up. But, ooh, way blown out.
Blown out, yep, there you go.
It's like a peach, pink, white. And then I have, I think, 3 of those that I made. All with the same yarn.
And this was donated yarn from one of the organizations that we actually donate hats back to. And so they donated quite a bit of yarn for us to work up, and we were excited about that. Let's see if that'll work better.
Maybe. So that, I was running out of yarn, so I just paired it with the white. Then I used the rest of the white with this blue and green. I don't know why it's not popping up.
Maybe because the wall's blue.
Maybe. Then I did one, just the blues. Then this is the fruit roll.
Premier
yarn.
fruit roll, blueberries.
This is blueberry.
I love this color.
And then this is the Granny Square blue yarn with some.
Ooh.
What's that one yarn?
Like C, Premier C.
Yeah, Premier C. So.
Really like the way that works up in a knitted hat. Very pretty.
That is
It looks like ocean waves.
It does, yeah. Okay,
and these are mine. Let's see. I have to remember which patterns are which. This is Spring, the Fiber Enthusiast. This is her landslide beanie, which I had the privilege of naming, and that made me happy. And this is just a basic beanie that I made up in the gray, using up donated yarn. And this is another landslide beanie where I only did the pattern repeat. I didn't do the brim at the bottom. Instead, I worked the pattern repeat all the way to the bottom, and then I did a slip stitch around. And this is just a basic beanie, and the yarn on the bottom was yarn that was given to me a couple of years ago, actually, by a friend, and she said she couldn't wait to see what I made with it. And so the other day I was playing around, and I found this ball up here, this color, the peach, in my scrap yarn, and then I thought about that, and it matched perfectly. Extra hair is free. It matched perfectly, and I just thought that would be cute for a little girl. And I have 2 other ones I can't show you because they were a test pattern, and I'll show you when they come out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hats we made this week. And so I thought that was pretty good between us. Yeah. So we're moving up. Our total as of right now, I can tell you that we have made between, well, Kristen and her brother have been working on the Sentro hats.
I do have help with those. I don't do them by myself.
So together we've made 60. So we're almost halfway to the point of my goal, and we're over halfway to the point
60% done with my goal.
Yeah, that Kristen set. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's where we stand with those. And if you have something you'd like to share, don't forget you can always go over to the community portion of YouTube and share your makes, or you can email them, or you can post them on the Facebook group. And we hope that you have a great day, and we hope that you are enjoying. First of all, we want to say thank you to those who have been so supportive of Christmas Extravaganza, those who are content creators who have helped, those who have hopped on and watched every one of them and commented and answered the trivia and all of those things. Your support means everything to us. We appreciate you so much, and it's been a lot of fun, and we hope you've enjoyed it. And it's winding down and coming to an end, but it won't be it won't be the last one. We'll do another one next year. And so if you if you wanted to participate this year and you didn't get to, then you can look forward to next year maybe jumping on board and participating in Christmas Extravaganza. And that's all we have for today. Don't forget to be kind, because
you don't know anybody else's journey.
Bye.